Good day, my friends. Let's talk about a couple of things here. We have a lot to get to. And the first thing is we need to discuss is some prefatory matter. We're going to be talking a lot about, obviously, the fires, Trump, RFK, a little bit about YouTube, just a lot of things which you need to know to kind of focus your attention so you don't waste a lot of time. And wasting time is something that we don't want to do. First, let me ask you, of course, as you always know, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and always hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And I want to talk about something which is very, very important right now, which I have not done here in the live stream, but I'm going to do right now. This Canadian fire, these Boreal fires, are something that have been around since 2021, and you've heard nothing about. We are in a stage of something I've never in my life heard more about. Forest fires, train derailments, or anything which we're hearing right now on a regular basis. East Palestine, forgotten. Where's Pete Booty Giggity Giggity? You notice this? He's just gone. He's just not, he doesn't exist. He's MIA. He's gone. You don't think the Department of Transportation has anything to do with nothing, just gone. Because you are like that little cat with a pen light that just follows whatever you're being sent. And now you're going to talk about boycotts of Target. Now you're going to talk about transgender. And now you're going to talk about, you're being told. You have to listen to what I'm saying. You must determine your own course of education, your own vehicle, your own focus. You must be an autodidact. You must be self-taught. You must have your own home schooling. You've got to eliminate this chatter. As of today, it's official. In 2024, whoever, the Democrat or Republican, whatever it is, I'm writing in Bobby Kennedy Jr. No matter what. If he's a Democratic nominee, fine. If not, that's it. I don't care if I'm wasting my time. I've had it with these people. I've had it. I told you the other day, when he starts talking about geoengineering, he wins my heart. And he and Dane Wigington, this incredible, the brave Dane Wigington, a good friend, they're finally meeting. That's it. I'm done. I'm just done with this nonsense. We'll get to this in a moment. Here in New York City yesterday was one of the most surreal moments that we've seen since 9/11. And believe me, not a close second, but close. And everybody had to stay in. You're not being told the truth. The particulate matters, this could cause absolute serious problems. You need to wear a mask. And yet, the mask cacophony, the mask symphony, they were nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Where were they? These people who wear a mask while driving in a car by themselves on a beautiful day, nobody was coming out. Where was Greta Thunberg? Where was nobody? Where was the CDC? Where was Fauci? Where was anybody? Nobody. They don't care. Apparently, it's merely contaminants in your air. We'll get to that in a moment. Very easily, they could have said, stay in, shelter in place, don't go outside. Why? Because they beta tested this. They know how to work it. They know how to work this. And you would have said, okay. And this time you might have said, well, this kind of makes sense. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if you had to stay inside your house? If there were no stores, if there was nothing for just a week, not 3 months, but just a week, you and your family, what would you do? Watch people say this, well, I've got my... And they talk this, there's a word for it, begins with an S. I think you know where I'm going with it. And they talk about, well, I've got some banana chips and some prunes, and we got some cereal for a week for your family. You can't get to the store. Well, I've got a fishing pole. I've heard this. I heard somebody say one time, I've got a fishing pole. Okay, Daniel Boone, great. Maybe you can trap a muskox or field strip a moose. What are you talking about? This is where I lose faith. This is why I know that my fellow man is completely nuts. There is a group, there is an organization, there is a place, there's a company called My Patriot Supply. And right now, if you go to the site, preparewithlionel.com, and it's right there. You don't have to do it. I'm not going to strong arm you. You can get a 3-month emergency food supply with $200 right off the top. 2,000 calories a day for 3 months, 90 days, 21 varieties, 25-year shelf life, breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, snacks, resealable, reusable, heavy-duty 4-layer pouches with oxygen absorbers, 100 pounds of food stacked modularly, very easily, no MSG added, 6 rugged, water-resistant buckets that you just put, and you've got a garage with a canoe and a bike and something that nobody uses and this dresser that you're never going to use and all this stuff. But when it comes to food supply, they don't have it. They've got banana chips and prunes. And this is available right now. And it's calling you. And it's telling you. And it's saying to you, get with it. Get with the program. So go to preparewithlionel.com. Don't take my word for it. Just read. Look at what's available. This is serious stuff. I don't know when I've seen so many forest fires, train derailments, shelter in place. Do you not remember what just happened? When they close a store, I'm telling you, they're going to also all close. Because the insurance carriers are going to say, don't you send people in there. We're not going to have people coming in there and stealing food. You can do that in Target. You can do that in a Lululemon. You can do that in a Sephora or a CVS or whatever it is. But you're not going to do it in Costco or you're just not going to do this. So shut it down. Period. Then we have supply chain problems. And the next thing you know, it's over. It's done. It's closed. And you're thinking, where are those prunes? Would you maybe the pasta? We got some soup. A week. Preparewithlionel.com. And years ago, people would say, oh, what are you, some kind of a prepper? A prepper. They're saying, hey, do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? It's weird how we don't catch on to stuff. We can't differentiate between BS and reality. I don't know what to tell you. Now, first, let me get to this. The fires. There is and I don't want to mention that. I watched this and it's interesting. There is a YouTube channel. It's very good. People say, oh, you gotta watch this guy. He's fantastic. Really? Oh, absolutely. This is just great. This is just great. You gotta watch this. You gotta watch this guy. Oh, Pat Robertson dies at 93. How about that? He was important. Absolutely. As did my friend Pat Cooper yesterday. And the Iron Sheik. Anyway, that gets more of a... People will talk, oh, Iron Sheik, Camel Clutch. Can we talk about that? Yeah, go ahead. There's the children's section. Go over there. Can I talk about... Yeah, go over there. Talk to your friends over there. And close the door so we don't hear you. Go with the children over there. Talk about transgender. Watch a Jordan Peterson video, or maybe another Matt Walsh describe to you how men can't get pregnant. That's great. Go over there with the children and just close the door, okay? Because the adults are talking now, okay? The adults are talking. This is something that makes no sense. Let me read this to you. These fires, these Boreal fires that have been around. Have you ever just done some research on them? Just look at the Boreal fires. The Boreal fire, I guess you would call them. Just look at just put it in. And just look at Boreal fires. Just look at this. This is from, here we go. This is from record-breaking Boreal fires, maybe a climate time bomb. This was March. This was in March. CNN, March 9th, a month ago, March. These have been going on for quite a while now. And listen to this one. Listen to this news. This is on my, if you go to my Twitter channel, you'll see this. Let me show you this for a minute. Stand by. Where in the hell? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Listen to this. This is from something called preventionweb.net. Okay. Carbon dioxide. And this is from 2021. Did you know that? 2021. Okay. Carbon dioxide emissions from wildfires, which have been gradually increasing since 2000, spiked drastically to a record high in 2021. According to an international team of researchers led by Earth system scientists at the University of California at Irvine. Nearly half a gigaton of carbon, or 1.76 billion tons of CO2, was released from burning boreal forests in North America and Eurasia in 2021, 150% higher than annual mean CO2 emissions from 2000 and 2020. Quote, according to our measurements, boreal fires in 2021 shattered previous records. This is according to Stephen Davis, co-author of this. These fires are 2 decades of rapid warming and extreme drought in North Canada and Siberia coming to roost. And unfortunately, even this new record may not stand for long. The researchers said that the worsening fires are part of a climate fire feedback in which CO2 emissions warm the planet, creating conditions that lead to more fires and more emissions. Don't dispute this, just listen. The escalation of wildfires in the Boreal region is anticipated to accelerate the release of large carbon storage in the permafrost soil layer. The escalation of fires is anticipated to accelerate the release of large carbon storage. These factors could potentially lead to warmer climate. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Fine. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Why is this important? And why? What are you supposed to take from it? Let me ask you. What are you supposed to take from it? What? Tell me how. What is your take from this? I'm just curious. This is important because this is part of our study group. What are you supposed to take from this? What are you noticing? What are you not noticing? Tell me. What are you not noticing? Anybody? What about this do you find interesting? What about this are you saying, well, that's interesting? What? I'll let you talk. I'll let you think about this. What is it that you're finding? What is it? What is your take on this? What do you say? Like, wait a minute, this is kind of odd. This is weird. What are you taking about this? Let's see. It's been burning for years. Trojan horse inside the gates. Okay, this is the usual stuff. This is what you will say. It's a distraction. We didn't start the fire. Pun. Here's a pun. Very funny. New meaning of Smoky Mountains. Funny. Isn't the land going to have more nitrates to grow? See, just... Why don't you say this? I don't know. Is this arson? Is this what? What is it? Now I want you to try something very serious. Seriously. Do me a favor. Just try. Just try. Imagine you're in a big round table and you've been asked to lend your genius. And nobody wants to hear quips, cutesy phrases, jokes, puns, nothing. They really want to hear what is it that you are noticing and what should we take from this? And that's what I want to know. What is it? What is it? See, fire's going to burn me up. I don't know. I don't know. There is nothing man can do about it. It's not caused by man. Really? Okay. See, that's it. So remember, you're in a room and you're being asked to, and this is going to be, people are going to look at you and they're going to say, excuse me, can you go outside? Yeah. And don't come back. What is it? Fossil fuels will burn eventually, one way or the other. Nothing can stop it. Impact of global warming. Translation, nobody knows anything. It's a combination of natural phenomenon, international spread of the fires in order to fuel environmental agenda. Okay, let me ask you something right now. How do you know this is a combination of natural, but this is an intentional spread of fires in order to fuel the environmental agenda? Let's say you're in a group and you're at a table and somebody says, thank you. Where do you get this from? Where do I get this from? Oh no, this is my opinion that I turn into fact. What I suspect happening, I believe is happening. Just like this video, people say, you got to watch this guy. He's fantastic. So you watch it. And he said, this is insane. And there's pictures of satellite pictures. Look at this. Look at the smoke. Here's Saskatchewan. Here's Calgary. Look at it. This is insane. Okay, I'm watching it. Okay, this is insane. That's the word now, like dude. Dude, you must now, and forget, hey guys, it's whenever you want to respond. Dude, this is on fire. Okay, what about it? I don't know. This is, okay, I'm watching this channel. Tell me what you think this is. I don't know. Direct energy weapon. Again, we get into that. People love the space at weapons. I don't know how they're supposed to work, but nobody knows anything. What are you taking from this? What are you taking from this? Number one, the first question you must ask is, who is not here? In Vietnam, all of the combat veterans will say that when they went into a village, if they didn't see the people there, if all of a sudden they notice there's stuff on the fire that's cooking and the people aren't there, and wasn't there a water buffalo? Ambush is coming. What? This is what you notice. What do you notice different about this? You can't walk in and make jokes about this or say, let me see, what kind of a pun can I come up with to explain where the villagers are? Hey, the village people, where are the village people? All of a sudden there's shots fired. See, people don't know how to analyze this because for so long people have been so crushed by the mindlessness of social media conversation and nobody knows what to do. Or they've been listening to discussions about how a man can't have a period, or how Trump is the greatest thing in the world, or how Biden is shuffling along, and how Kamala laughs and that sort of thing. The very first thing to notice is that nobody is saying anything about this. I just read to you. And remember, the shadow government works like this. The message goes out. Here is the official statement across the board. Here is the official statement. I'm going to think one of two things. They want us to get sick because they are not coming out of the woodwork. Dr. Fauci, Walensky, all these other people that you normally hated would be so wise to say, I hope you didn't throw your masks away, friends. I'm not asking you to get a vaccine. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just telling you. If you go outside and you breathe this, there are particulate. I'm reading about things that, depending upon who you are, depending upon your age, this air quality is like nothing we've ever seen before. That it is a threat, that it actually poses a real, tangible, palpable threat. You would think CDC would redeem itself by saying, I'm not asking you to do anything. Wear this mask outside. I'm not asking you to keep it social distance. I'm not asking you to shelter in place. If you can stay inside, please do. If you can run an air conditioning, great, because that normally makes sure you're just recirculating internal air and not bringing in. You think they would be telling you, but they're not. The villagers aren't here. Why aren't they saying anything? They're not even saying anything about how this is affecting the carbon. Greta Thunberg's nowhere to be found. AOC, amazing, but nobody is saying anything. Kathy Hochul, the government, she is the biggest hack and flack. She's the governor of New York. You listen to what she says because she gets the direct message from the shadow government overlords, the ghouls, and they tell her, don't say anything about this. Here's what she said. We don't know what this is, and we don't know what the weather's going to be, and we don't know how it's going to be for the end of... Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Immediately after COVID, everybody knew everything. There were videos of how to wash your hands. How do you put this on? What do? Do you wear 2 masks? Do you wear 1 mask? Can we touch an elevator button? What if we're in an ATM? Can we use a key? We knew everything. There was this fixation, this absolute fixation with how to comport. Yet now, in what is actual, again, tenable, palpable, real, actual, a real threat to your immediate health by ingesting these, nobody's saying anything. Nobody. People are walking around without a mask and saying, no, idiots, stop. No. Why not? Where are the activists talking about the absolute, did you read the gigatons? Let me read this again for you. Let me just read this. Carbon dioxide emissions from wildfires, which have been gradually increasing since 2000, spiked drastically to a record high in 2021. Nearly half a gigaton of carbon, or 1.76 billion tons of CO2, was released from boreal forests in North America and Eurasia in 2021. Now, where is Jim Jordan? Where is Kevin McCarthy? Where is Matt Gaetz? Where is Marjorie Taylor Greene? Where is Boebert? Where is Blackburn? Where is John Kennedy? Where are these people saying? Where are these people saying that now is the time to talk about our infrastructure? Who is in charge of forest fire containment? Silence. Number one, silence. Nobody's saying anything. For a number of reasons. Number one, most people in this country are stupid. Years and years of inbreeding, substance abuse. You've even got Cheech and Chong now saying, hey, it's 100% legal now. Oh, great. Thanks, Tommy. This is where we are. Stupid people, uneducated people, uncultured, uncouth, unimaginative, scientifically nescient, dumb, incurious, torpid, emotionally and spiritually vacuous, osseous, torpid, concretized, name it. A stupid people that elects stupid people to stupid positions with stupid media and dumb, idiotic children who want to be sexy. When the number one conservative outlet is that stupid kindergarten Fox News. So dumb, so vapid, so devoid of any substance. They just don't get it. Give you an example. The Republican Party had on that oaf Chris Christie and that dork Brian Kilmeade talking about Trump. Let me try to say this again for the millionth time to all my Trump friends. Donald Trump will not be indicted because he kept documents. That's not what it is. It's never been about that. Never been about that. Obstruction of justice will not be because he has the documents. Now, just tell me, I want Brian Kilmeade or whoever, somebody this thing, to look in the camera and say, listen, I want you to understand something. I know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying this anyway. I'm perpetuating this myth that Trump had documents that either he could have had declassified or claimed they were declassified or whatever it is. I know better, but I'm just saying this. Okay? I know better, but I'm just saying this. Have the guts, Brian, to say that. Chris Christie, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. You could have gone out and said, oh no, this is obstruction of justice. We're basically his lying along with his lawyers. Not that I believe this. These are the accusations. No, he didn't even know that. This Jadrul doesn't even know that. So let me just get this out of the way. I have had it. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm through with American left-right politics. Done. I've withdrawn. I think local probably is more interesting. Federal level stuff, it's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. I'm sounding almost like I'm waxing rhapsodic over Bobby Kennedy. I can't believe it. I told you the other day, when he talks about geoengineering, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he's talking with Dane Wigington, the premier geoengineering. They used to call it chemtrails, but it's not. You know that. You know how that works, right? If you call it chemtrails, it's dismissed as conspiracy theory. That's the way Wikipedia does it. Geoengineering, that's okay. See? And Bobby Kennedy is doing it. He is I cannot believe he's talked about the Kennedy assassination, biolabs, geoengineering, war. I mean, everything that I believe in. I've never seen anything like it. As much as I think Trump was the greatest candidate in 2016 at the time, what is he doing right now? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what they're talking about. What are they talking about? Nothing about Ukraine. Nothing about the war. Nothing about the dam in Crimea. Did you believe that? Can you believe? Nobody even knows what we're talking about. Nobody even remotely knows what we're talking about. Nothing. And this country is so fixated with drag queens. I think they are sexually turned on. And this is become a fetish for these people about people who are dancing and prancing about with children. I think it's something that they don't want to admit. I think it turns them on. I swear to you, I don't see anybody anywhere doing anything or talking about any substance that's even remotely of interest. None of these people. Let me go through the list. Take any of your favorites. And Tucker, he's close. He's getting there. Tucker Carlson, they're going nuts over the fact that they got 10, 20 million. It was a 10-minute YouTube video. His first one. I hope he got that many people. They act like this was the greatest thing. It was nothing. It was introductory. It was like a plate filled with parsley and those, that schmear they put on the... It's like, what is this? Okay. Tucker, there's nothing he said where you said, I never knew that. Come on. Listen, good for him. Tucker right now is in his, a lawsuit. He's going to have a big lawsuit with Fox News. And they are going to claim that he violated his non-compete because he basically is still employed with Fox. He's going to say through his big shot a lawyer, he's going to say, no, Twitter is not a medium that it competes with you. Normally non-competes and others where you say you cannot compete in TV. Sometimes they say you can't go into radio, but like for example, if you're in a radio station, you can't go and speak someplace else. You're not. But you can say, well, you can go on radio because that doesn't threaten us. Depends upon how it's read in the contract. You know what I'm saying? It's just. So he's working that one. I hope he worked that out because I hate to think he's going to void all his bucks from that. But that little Twitter thing, it was good. It was good. It was all right. Nothing compares to Fox though. But I'm glad. But he said nothing like this. He basically, and by the way, he hasn't even landed a glove on anything involving UFOs. Nothing. He just kind of talks about him. He has on Elizondo. This is interesting. But I think this is apparently something worth. Oh my God! Thank you. He hasn't said anything. Say something. Say something. Pull a Stanton Friedman. Tell me what you believe. Do you believe in them? Say something. Say something. No, I'm not close to that. Okay. He's been very good about Ukraine and Russia, but, Bobby Kennedy, off the charts. Off the charts. Tucker Carlson's Myron Florin and Lawrence Welk, Bobby Kennedy is the Clash. I mean, there's no comparison. None. Zero. Nothing. And not even close regarding this stupid Republican Party where Nikki Haley is just repeating this nonsense. Nikki Haley, Lindsey Graham. Who are these people? I'm done. You don't understand. I'm done. I don't care. I thought, well, maybe we can. No. And by the way, if Bobby Kennedy drops out, I'm still done. I'm going to write in my own name again. I'm going to go back to the way I used to. Because these people have nothing. Nothing. There's no. We are under attack right now. And I talk to more people, and I swear to God, people, they just want to be kind of just funny about this. I don't think, and I love you to death, I don't think you realize how serious this is. This is existential. See, we still have this idea that, listen, nothing really bad can happen to us because, well, we're just beyond that. And we're the United States, and we don't have to worry about stuff like that. So when he says existential, there's nothing that can happen to us. So don't worry about that. Fires, we've always had fires. No, we haven't. Not like this. And it's that attitude that's going to kill us. It's like when I talk to my friends who live these lifestyles. And I've got some I know. I said, one day I'm going to get a call. This guy's going to die of a massive heart attack. Massive. He's overweight and he's eating complete crap. And he's got this idea that somehow because he's a carnivore or I don't know what. But I know it. And there are people who just don't really understand it because they just like when people talk about food, it's like, well, we got spaghetti sauce. You want to feed your kids spaghetti every night for a week? Can you do that? Each of them? Every day? 3 days, 3 meals a week? You sure about that? They just say stuff. They just say things. Well, yeah, sorta. And then they'll tell me, you got to watch this guy. This is cutting edge. And I'll watch a video and nobody tells me anything. I've got some videos of, look at the fire. Yeah, I knew this. And then somebody says about, maybe it's tectonic plates. I don't know. This is insane. I'm thinking, this is your video? Yeah, wasn't that great? He didn't say anything. Well, you don't even know when you're hearing anything. This doesn't say anything. Because we don't even know yet how even to critically think. We can't even apply facts to what we don't know. Let me tell you something. This is a game changer. If you think that somehow it's all kind of, well, let me see it. Let me put it in a way you'll understand. If you think that they're going to stop with just men getting pregnant and, Target, and you're out of your mind. I don't know what to tell you next. Hey, Black America, how about this? We're going after race next. We're going after race. Yep, we're going after race. Gender is in the mind, so is race. Rachel Dolezal, not so fast, honey. Come on back. We're going to hear this. We're going to take everything that separates us and remove it so that we're just, those NPC kind of, what are they, remember those gray things? Those non-whatever characters. That's who we're going to be. We're just going to be this one thing. No faith, no gender, no nationality, no race, no nothing. Each of us fungible. You know what fungible is, right? Each of us individually separate and distinct. So if you have one, this orange is the same as that orange. That's fungible. That's where we're going with this. And they don't recognize this. And the gay folks don't realize gays aren't even in. There was something today about Chelsea Clinton. They're talking about Stonewall. Yeah. They don't care about Stonewall. It's not it. Do you think any of these people care about transgender? Seriously. Do you think that, I don't know who, cares about transgenders? Do you think they like? Do you think? Go. Just ask yourself a question. Go to anything. Go to a Bilderberg group. Go to a Davos. Go to G7, and then look at these people. Look at these very strongly heterosexual, boorish people, and ask them if they really dig non-gender folks. Ask them if they care about people of color. Ask whether these folks want to live next to people of color. Whether they want to have, in their own manses, low-income housing dropped off in the middle so that they can live among trans and whatever. Ask that. The answer is hell no. They're doing whatever they can to disrupt, to change, to upset, to reset, the Great Reset, what's going on right now. They don't like these people. You know that, I know that. They have no interest in this whatsoever. And this is the means by which. It's to take everything that you've believed in, everything that you've noticed as being true, and it's just changing it. Changing it. There is. I love all of a sudden there is a very loud contingent, interesting, of militant and not anti-vaxxers. Though some are, though some aren't, militant, and they're getting away with it. Elon, by the way, if you trust Elon, I have no respect for you. If you think Elon Musk is going to be this white hat who's going to come about and change the complexion and the future of social media platforms, if you think that he's this rogue who poses an existential threat to all these people, you are so demented. I don't want to know you. If that's what you believe. If that's what you believe. So anyway, so there's these new people right now saying all of this stuff that you can't. Everybody who dies for whatever reason, they will say, aha, okay, good. Here's my question. And what comes of this? Nothing. The people who run the show are saying, go ahead and say it. That's why you're coming back. It doesn't matter. We don't care anymore. Say what you want. Now we're going to water people down with your shrill cacophony. Go ahead. Have you noticed why all of a sudden people are saying these things? Wait a minute, what happened with this? Go ahead, say it. And everybody, by the way, is an mRNA expert. The same way they are a constitutional expert and legal expert. But ask yourself, why do you think all of a sudden, wow, there sure is a lot of this. Read it. Read your stuff. Anything going to happen? Nope. Nope. You are in such a state of confusion, you don't know what's up and what's down. You don't know what's in and what's out. You don't know what you can say, what you can't say. Is this okay? Can I say this? Is this all right? Is he back? Hey, look who's back. Hey, I'm back on Twitter. Oh, hey, I've been gone. Oh, I've been gone. Can I say this? Is he back? Be careful. What's going on here? Hey, how about that Target? It's just a big crowd of people who are just yammering. It's like, that's not important. Look who's running the show. What did they have next? Oh, big stuff. But the thing they love to do is what I used to do when I was a kid. In Florida, we had these fire ant mounds, these beautiful mounds. I loved them. And they were so quiet. And I knew underneath there were fire ants that were just ready. And they were kind of cooling, chilling, just doing their thing. And I was kind of a jerk. I didn't really hurt them. But I like to step on it and then immediately brush off whatever. And then watch all of a sudden they sound the alarm and the workers came out and they were ready. And it was crazy or insane, as this one meteorologist said every 3 words. It's insane, dude. Dude, this is insane. This is the level of intelligence. Dude. Okay. That's what they want. Shadow government, invisible government, ruling class, whatever you want to call it. The people who run the show love when you're just buzzing about. Chris Licht and CNN, Tucker, Target, Bud Light, marriage, gender, schools, vaccines, masks, driving, war, doesn't matter. Just We want you just bumping into each other, running around. Just talk, just go. We hate it. They hate it when you're calm. Don't like it when you're happy. And the best part is, in our analogy of that mound, America, most of them would still say, I'm not going up there. Why? Because I just don't go up there. Most people have no idea what we're talking about. None. They have no earthly idea. Rich people, educated people, poor, huge swaths, they have no. Trump, whatever. Obstruction of, yeah, whatever. The fires in the Boreal, yeah, okay, yeah, that's interesting. CO2, okay. Greta Thunberg, yeah. LGBT, yeah. They don't care. They just don't care. And the ones who do, you're just bumping into each other. You don't even know. You're just going crazy with this. And I love to look at the Twitter to see how they tell you what's trending. They tell you. No, you tell Twitter what's trending. And don't kid yourself. Twitter will not let you post certain articles, certain sites, certain anything. Believe me. But, and then Elon will say, as far as I'm concerned, anybody who mutilates a child should be, oh, is this great? Wow. You think that's great, huh? Doesn't take much. And that's where we are. So this is going to go away in a couple of moments. There is no, I guarantee you, if this was the Democrats, they'd have one voice on every show. You would say, you're going to say this. Republicans are fractious. I would say, where's Pete Booty giggity? Where is the infrastructure? Where's EPA? Who was in charge? How about that EPA? What's going on here? Tell me the demonstrative. Forget these stupid things about bring them to Congress. What are you doing? What are you doing? I would have, where is the Surgeon General? This is an actual, again, palpable, tenable, real health threat. Particulate matter we've never seen before. What it can do to you. Read up on this. Oh, that's one thing. Americans don't read. They don't research. They don't read how you pronounce words. They don't read how you look. They don't look up anything. Nothing. They've got a phone in their pocket and they never answer emails. They just kind of sit. I guarantee you, I would be your physician. There was this one physician I don't really go to anymore, but I'm on his email. And everything during COVID, every day, it was a new thing. Have you done this? I'm getting these. Have you got your shingles vaccine yet? Have you got your shingles? Before we get to the shingles, anybody talking about this? No. Anything from CVS or Walgreens saying, hey, we've got specials on masks. Come on in. You should wear a mask. Here, we'll give them to you. In fact, come in and just take the masks like we let the people who steal from us do. Just come in and nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody. Where are the Karens screaming at somebody? Because I guess I can't, you're not contagious, but nobody. We are so stupid. Seriously. I mean, we just don't get it. We don't get it. And it's kind of funny, but it's very sad. And let me just say this again. As of today, it's official, because I was kind of saying, well, let's kind of see what's happening. Oh no. I realize that I'm done. Trump in 2016 gave us at least something kind of interesting. When I didn't vote for him then either. I voted for him in 2020. 2016, I voted for me. 2012, I voted for me. Last 2 times. And then, but I'm writing in. So Bobby Kennedy, whatever you do, you've spoiled me. The fact that somebody can even say this, to be on different platforms, to be on different. I'm done. I'm finished. Through. I'm going to go back to what I wanted to do. I'm going to talk about stuff that I'm going to talk about. And I cannot believe what he's talking about. If he talks about 9/11 next, I don't know what I'm going to do. And people for the first time are saying, I didn't know that. I said, where have you been? Bobby Kennedy is going to be introducing things actually saying things. Tucker kind of tells you that he's maybe thinking about talking about it, but he doesn't talk about it. Tucker will say things like, well, there was this, the flying Tic Tac caused a lot of people to take notice when it was seen in the gun camera. Fine. Did that really tell you anything? Not really. Bobby Kennedy would say, the comedic report would tell you that this is consistent with Jesse, what is his name, from explain the story of actually, Roswell and who these people were and what the story was, and not even, just the information, Rendlesham Forest and other people, and really connect you with it. Not show you that ultimate picture that how many times of the gimbaled So that would be Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy mentioned the windshield of the JFK car. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Couldn't believe it. He talked about the biolabs. I'm thinking, is he okay? Wow. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe what I'm hearing. If he talks about transhumanism next, if he talks about, chimeras and, oh my God, I don't know. And AI, AGI. Ricky Lee. Chucky's in love. Thank you, Ricky Lee. There you go. So that's where you are, my friends. Again, Pat Robertson, Christian media mogul, died at 93. He died. By the way, Pat Robertson, say what you want, was a part of a very important critical history regarding the Republican and conservative movement, regarding the moral majority. This is Wildman, and this was Jerry Falwell, and this was the not since the Southern strategy has this been, because the Republicans used to be smart, really smart. Not anymore. No. The Democrats are unified. Democrats are Democrats, but they're unified and they stick together. That's it, my friends. All right. Please follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Special program note will be on tonight at 8 p.m. versus 7 p.m. If you want to catch round 2 of this, 8 p.m. Okay? Also follow her on Twitter at Lynn's Warriors, LYNNS_Warriors. And I'm at Lionel Media. And by the way, check out yesterday, I was on with my good friend George Galloway on GOAT, the greatest of all talk shows. And it was wonderful. I loved it. And I cannot believe how many people love George Galloway. I'm not surprised. But this man, universally, or internationally, I should say, or maybe universally, is without peer. All right, my friends. Remember, if you go outside, wear a mask. I'm not kidding around. We're not talking COVID now. We're talking particulates. Actually, what the mask does is a barrier to prevent you from inhaling things that could cause colossal organ failure, and if too much. You got it? You got it? You paying attention? All right, my friends, have a great and glorious day. See you tonight, 8 p.m. And until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.